Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Conquest counter video guide. Now you will be able to find this and all my other Conquest guides on my SWGOH for Life website. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out, there'll be a link in the description below. Not only you'll be able to find counter guides, but as well my daily plan to follow along whenever Conquest is active, feeds guide and a lot more, anything you really need to conquer the Conquest all in one easy to access place. Now in this video I'll be going up against a red Tusken team there. Unfortunately, Tusken ambush modifier CG is a bit secretive around it, so I'm not sure what exactly their modifier is. They don't really say, but all you have to know is these guys have high speed, they keep going, they've got assist, they're getting bonus turn meter whenever one of their allies is defeated, so definitely they could be a handful, but as long as you have a team that can withstand the opening barrage, you can then quickly take them out. Now in terms of data disk, I'll be rocking a slightly modified version of the Gone in 30 Seconds, just because every Conquest run is slightly different. I can't get the same data disk every single time, so I'll be running Vitality for some extra survivability there, and then 2 stacks of Amplify Agony, Unstable Decelerator and Volatile Accelerator. So 4 of these are kind of the staple of this Gone in 30 Seconds data disk set. And then a Ruthless Swiftness there is very good as well, because whenever an enemy falls below 100% health, all allies gain 22% turn meter. So it will allow you to get a jump start on these guys after you survive, obviously, their opening sequence. But anyway, as with all other videos, you have to start off Gone in 30 Seconds data disk set playthrough with Han and Chewie, just because these two guys plus basically any free characters can take out pretty most of teams out there. Just running standard CLS team, I mean, no issues whatsoever. As you can see, we are burning through these guys very quickly thanks to Han's shoot first ability, that he can just go in there and then Han and Chewie combo can just one shot most characters out there. Another way you can another popular way to run Han and Chewie is obviously with Beskar Mando lead, because with him, whenever Scandro allies deal damage, you'll be gaining a bonus turn meter. Now unfortunately here, because we defeated an enemy, this fed now turn meter to Tuskens, and they were able to get a few hits on us, but here where Mando's damage immunity comes clutch. So I was able to get his bonus turn, put damage immunity on himself, so he can't be defeated, and now we can just finish off the remaining 2 guys there. And obviously there I like to use vets, both vets in here, but it can be really any scoundrels, it doesn't even matter. Up next we got a Jedi team, so this is kind of like my optimal Jedi team for Conquest, because we've got their savior from Revan, we've got bonus turn from Anakin, and as well a revive from Jolie. So any out of these 3 conditions kind of are triggered, you can then easily finish 3-star even if you lose somebody. And then as soon as Anakin gets his bonus turn, you use Hero's Arise, which will give 100% turn meter over to Luke, so he can use his mass stun, which will basically stun everybody, apply lots of debuffs, and then you can just go ahead and finish off whoever your enemies is very easily, and they will just die from all those damage over time if they do get a turn anyways. So there you go, Jedi as well, taking care of these guys quite easily. So moving on, we got General Grievous, Separatist squad. Now General Grievous as well is absolutely great with this data disk set, because obviously we've got all these AoEs with debuffs, and then we will very quickly wipe through these guys. Obviously B2 here helps a lot, he gains his turn meter whenever your guys are hit, he gets his AoE going, and then once that happens, you get your own turn meter train going with Grievous in there, and wipe the board very quickly without stress. Up next we got 5 of 1st General Skywalker. Also a great team as well here, because Gas is counter-attacking, and as soon as somebody gets below their 100% turn meter, because of Ruthless Swiftness data disk, he will gain some turn meter, and Fives himself obviously is gaining bonus turn meter whenever his allies are hit anyway. So there we go, we got first Tuskens down. Alright, just speeding up the footage here, not really anything that could go wrong at this point. We've got these guys under control, keep smashing them, applying those debuffs, and there we go, down goes the last Tusken. Moving on for the next battle that we have to see in today's video is Shaak Ti. I like to use Bad Batch with Shaak Ti lead for some extra speed and survivability. It doesn't even matter, to be honest, how fast the enemy is. Shaak Ti will be gaining bonus turn meter when her allies are being hit, and as soon as that happens, she can just go ahead and give turn over to Bad Batch Echo. Then he does his debuff ability there. Those debuffs can't be resisted. This triggers all those Amplify Agony and Volatile Accelerator data discs, and then you can just quickly finish off these guys without really worrying too much about anything. So again, quite a foolproof team here with Shaak Ti and Bad Batch versus many opponents, so no issues with Tuskens. Another great team here, Maul with what? Again, you don't have to worry about how fast the enemy is with this team, because as soon as what applies tech on anybody really, this gives turn over to Maul because he starts with Frenzy, and then Kendra does his AoE, which gives another turn over to Maul, and then he can just go ahead, empty his stacks of anguish, and this pretty much then clears the board very easily without worrying about losing anybody at all in the opening onslaught from Tuskens. Night Sisters are a great team as well. So here again, you will either have to have teams that can survive this initial wave of attacks, or a team that obviously can go first. Either way, Night Sisters are great. You've got Zombie there with the pre-taunt, and if you lose somebody, you've got then 2 revives from Zombie, you got the revives from Daka, and as soon as you get a turn, obviously you can get that plague spreading, and that's pretty much it. They've got so many damage over times. As soon as they get a turn, if you don't finish them off before, they will just die of themselves. So Night Sisters, another great team here to take on Tuskens for a 3-star win. And then we got Sortie. Now mine's gear 8, 4 stars, no Zetas, nothing, just some random mods on her. She's there just for the lead to get some extra survivability to your droids, and then you will need L3 there for the pre-taunt. She's very durable in combination obviously with the boost she gets from Sortie's leadership. Alright, no point of wiggling, just do a basic here with BB-8 to get those debuffs going, then do one AoE with R2, and another AoE here with IG. Obviously it doesn't need to be IG, you just want to have here really L3, Sortie, and then BB-8 for extra turn meter, and then the remaining 2 droids, just use some sort of droids with AoEs, can be HK, can be IG, can be any really droid you have, just as long as they have AoEs. Then we got just standard Padme team, we'll be able to take a lot of hits here because Kenobi, he'll keep taunting and they'll keep hitting him. And all those assists a little bit that they do get when Tusken Radius uses their special ability, gives you a little bit extra bonus protection. But as soon as Kenobi drops below 50% health, then Anakin gets triggered, then Padme gets triggered, and then you can quickly take these guys out. So definitely Padme, another great team here to take on Tuskens for an easy 3-star finish. There we go, guys. Let's move on to the next battle in today's video, which is, let's go and have a look, Darth Revan. The Darth Revan, it depends, I guess. There's a bit of an RNG involved. If they would go like all out on HK to begin with, they might be able to get him out because he's not very squishy, but Dea isn't very clever, so eventually they will hit Malak, and then he will get a taunt, start spreading fear, and once that happens, you get things under control very quickly, you get a few debuffs out there, and then all you need is HK to drop his AoE, and he wipes the board there. Very easy because he deals extra damage because of all those debuffs. So definitely his AoE is very good here. Up next we got Traya. Now Traya, it's a slow team to begin with, but you do get lots of survivability. Whenever the enemies, they gain buff outside of the turn, which is straight away because their started with his ability to give speed up on everybody, and now everybody's offense is nerfed by 50%. Sith and Paratroopers very durable there, especially with defense up, and eventually we do get a turn here, and we can just start taking these guys apart one at a time. There we go. I'll just put a big hit on him, do an AoE over here, basic over there, and the last one died from damage over time. So there go Trey as well. Another great team to take on Tuskens just because of all this durability that you do get with Traya and Sith. Then we can use Iden. Mine is gear, gear 10, doesn't need to be relict. She will, even without her Omicron, obviously, that's not active in Conquest, she still gets 100% her meter to begin with, and then you can just go ahead, take somebody out here, and then we can keep going. Obviously this feeds turn meter to them, but we can keep going now. Here we go. Let's do an AoE of ourselves, do another AoE, remove some turn meter, and at this point things are under control. To be honest, they'll just get a turn, die from damage over times, and this is pretty much it. There we go. Basic will do. So there you go. Iden as well, even at low gear, with her troopers, can get the things done just because of that 100% turn meter she gains at the beginning of the battle. If you got dash team as well, they're good also. Obviously L3 there, tanking, taking the hits, and as soon as Dash gets a turn with his AoE, with all those debuffs and everything, you know, you'll be able to take these guys out very quickly. Now if L3 gets taken out, that's why you got Vander Chewbacca in there for the revives, just to assure you a 3-star finish. But anyway, I was able there, get a turn, and then just unload all those AoEs that you have. There we go, one down. Let's get him out, and just another Tusken Raider to go, and boom, we wipe him out as well. So Dash again, another great team here for a 3-star win versus alright, Geos as well. Obviously similar like some other teams, they've got lots of survivability. You got a pre-taunt, and all this health and protection equalization will allow you to obviously keep up with these guys, but you know, they do hit pretty hard, so they did took out my Geo Brood. Doesn't matter, we will get a turn eventually. There we go. As soon as we do, we bring our tank back, and then we can turn things around, and this is pretty much all she wrote for Tuskens. Just down to 2 Tusken Shamans, and down we go. So Geos again, another great team to take on these guys without, you know, stressing yourself too much. Of course, as in all my other videos, a couple of Galactic Legend battles. As you know, Galactic Legends are very powerful here in Conquest. So the good thing about here, Kylo Ren and Musk, obviously, and Hux, they won't be gaining bonus turn meter whenever we defeat somebody, while Hux has advantage, which is basically all the time. There we go. And then we can just take these guys apart very, very quickly. Alright, smash an AoE over here. Basic over there. There you go, all these assists from Sith Trooper helping us out to defeat these guys very, very quickly. It's definitely Supreme Kylo Ren here with the First Order. Very good team to take out. And finally, Lord Vader obviously loves this data disc set just because of all these debuffs that both Vaders give out. So as soon as they get a turn, you can take these guys out very quickly. Now my Royal Guard is Relic free and he barely survives, so there is potential of losing a Royal Guard. Just something to be wary of, I guess, if you're aiming for a 3-star win. But anyway, as soon as Vader gets turn, then you can just go around. They're recovering some health, it seems, as well whenever you defeat them. I'll just call this one, do here an AoE, and then just basics. And this is pretty much it. And there you go, Lord Vader as well, making quick work of the Tuskens, because as we know, Anakin wasn't exactly a fan of them, so he showed there how to slay them very, very quickly. Alright guys, that's all for today's video, just showing you some of the teams that can easily defeat Tuskens with using Gone in 30 seconds data disc set with Amplify Agony and Volatile Accelerator with all those debuffs and damage that you get from them. Thank you for watching guys, I'll see you in the next one, but until then have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you my friends.